I can be fucked with, no, with, no. I can be fucked with, no, with, no. You can't touch this, hey. Bitch, I be rich shit, huh? You can't touch this, hey. Walk the lip, huh? How many
What's up YouTube? It's your NishTM, that's Niche, not the one, but the too much. You guys is back with another Bossmas Bootcamp series. If you're new to my channel, hey, what's popping? I am NishTM, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Too Much Gang, because baby, if you're not Too Much Gang, not enough gang, that's just that, okay? Burr. If you're a return subscriber, gang, stay your ground and retreat. You already know the vibes, So, I do want to apologize because I was supposed to upload yesterday, but I'm just going to do 2 uploads today because my mom was here, and I haven't seen my mom in a couple months, and I just wanted to, you know, spend some time with her, get on her nerves. And I've been binge watching this show called The Magicians. Just finished it. Fire. So yeah, I apologize for not uploading yesterday, but you know, it's mama too much. So mama too much comes, you know. I just wanted to enjoy her company. But anyway, so there'll be 2 uploads today. So this video, and then there'll be another video uploaded probably a little bit later, because this video is going to be shorter, that video is going to be longer. It is a packaging video, just so y'all give a heads up. Y'all know y'all love the packaging videos. So I decided to change my location a little bit, okay? Decided to get cozy with y'all. We are working the natural because, baby, first of all, the wig was itching, and I lost it after I took it off. So there's that, but we still coming through with the full, you know what I'm saying, pert. Okay, stop playing with her. But anyway, so if you're outside of this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to stay motivated while working a 9-to-5 and trying to be an entrepreneur or pursue your entrepreneur career. Now, let's just start with like the basics of when you're at work. So I've been self-employed twice. So when I moved to Atlanta in 2017, I was here for about a year before I became self-employed. Now, I know everybody hears like the success stories about people who move to Atlanta and then, you know, they blow up and all this. I can attest to that, because when I moved to Atlanta, first things first, job wise, I started making the most money I had ever made. So I was just like, hold up. I worked in real estate. I don't know if I've ever said that on my channel. I have worked in real estate since I was 19 years old. So I came here, I got a job at a property management company, and it was the most I had ever got paid in my entire life. So I'm like, wow, that's me. So I was so excited. I actually did like the job. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I like the job. I like the people. I like the fact that it was like black, like it was ran by black people, because in like everywhere I've worked, it was always ran by white people. I'm not racist, but I'm saying it is a culture shock to see a person of color in charge, especially since like all my upbringing I've only seen, you know, the other race in charge. So anyway, so the first thing I'm going to tell you, if you're feeling depressed at work, if you're feeling sad at work, you might want to think about getting a job that you actually like. Like, that's the first thing. So I know that's very hard for a lot of people, because things that they want to do require degrees, or, you know, a whole bunch of other unnecessary stuff. And my thing is, the way I got my jobs, like, I have a mouthpiece. Like, I can talk, hence why I do YouTube. But I can talk. Like, literally, y'all have to step outside the box, pay for some some certifications that'll qualify you for different that'll put you in different fields, like that, like, or have it, like, or know how to talk. Like, literally, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Like, if you can just get in, you know what I'm saying, if you can just get your foot in the door, literally you can use the other foot to kick that motherfucker down. Okay, like, that's just tea. And that's the tactic that I use every time I go in and I get a job. Even if I don't have the correct credentials or whatever, just think of it this way. When you want to interview and you know that you aren't fully qualified for a position, when they ask you like, what can you bring, you just let them know, like, I'm a team player, I'm open-minded, like, I'm willing to be trained in the way that you would have to be trained so that I can be the best that I can be in this position. Like, any job you go to, regardless if you have experience or not, they're still going to have to train you on how they do things. So just don't limit yourself in that aspect. That'll be the first thing. So if you're unhappy at your job just because you don't like what you're doing, that would be the first step of you trying to like get the ball rolling on you actually becoming fully self-employed. So you got to be doing something you remotely like. You don't have to love it or nothing like that, but remotely like, or have like a acquaintance or two there, you know what I'm saying, something that's going to make it easier. You have to make being at work easy, because you're at work more than you're at home. So what I did was I used to read articles about how to survive the corporate life while being an entrepreneur. And I read something very interesting that I'm going to share with you guys. They said that you need to work for 52 minutes and break for 17 every hour on the hour. So whether that break is at your desk, like just having like a mental refresher, going outside. I used to go outside and smoke. Like I used to have to hit the black. I used to like write down like little notes. I used to keep like a notepad by my desk, and every time when I just would be like, oh my god, I don't want to be here, I used to have this list of things that I was grateful for that the job provided for me. So the first one was stable income. So, you know, I had that bag coming in. Like they gave me a stable income every single 2 weeks, or yeah, it was 2 weeks, every single 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know, there are people out there who do not have jobs that, like, y'all have to be grateful for the position y'all in, because trust and believe, it could be worse. It is somebody out there that is having it way worse, and you have no idea. So you got to make, you know, yourself feel grateful about actually having a job. Like there's a lot of people who don't have jobs, or you know, their criminal record won't allow them to even apply for a job. So you just have to be grateful for the fact that you're able to obtain a job. So that was the second thing. The third thing was, this job is going to put me to where I need to be. And when I say that, that means the money that I make here, the dime that I'm making off the dollar, is going to make sure that I'm stacking my coins to build my own empire. Jobs pay you just enough to come back, okay? Jobs have just enough problems for you to come back. And that brings me into my next thing. The fourth thing I used to put on there was, this ain't my company. Okay? Because let me tell you something, when you wrapped up in your work, like how I was, especially being in property management, dealing with people's livelihoods, you get so wrapped up in the drama of the company, and literally it make you drink, it make you smoke, it make you do anything in the world because you're so stressed out, because the stress of the company is like literally on your back no matter what role you play. Now I worked in evictions, so y'all know, girl, I was stressed. Like I got cussed out all the time. I was arguing with people, having to deny they partial payments. Like it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. So I always have to remember, like, this is not my company. So as long as it's a problem here, I'm gonna have a job tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think of it that way. As long as I have a job tomorrow, I can fund my business another day. I can fund my dream another day. That's what I did. And 5, y'all, I kept music. Like literally, I kept music. That's probably like a benefit for my job, because I know a lot of jobs, you know, you can't have your phone and stuff like that. But like I acted like, since I sat in the front, I'm like, hey, can I play like a little, you know, front desk music, office music? And they let me play like certain stations. Like I couldn't play like Young Boy and, you know what I'm saying, Lil Baby and all that. But it made me very diverse in music, because they're like, okay, if you want to play music, these are the stations that you can only play. And I used to be in there like, baby, why don't you just, you know what I'm saying? Like I was in there, like I had to make sure that I put myself in a good mood, because if I didn't, I was going to suffer there. And if you don't find a way to, like, if you don't find a way to make yourself feel good, or at least feel okay to just coast through the days, you're going to drive yourself crazy, and you may miss out on your blessing by trying to overstep or step too fast or too quickly into being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is a craft. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of trial and error to like master and figure it out. I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years now, and I still haven't even mastered the craft of being an entrepreneur. Always remember, when you become fully self-employed, there is always the possibility of you having to go back to work, okay? And I've done that 2 times, okay? I became fully self-employed. November 2017, I got trained to be a lash tech, and then I had posted on my Facebook, and I was like, just posting like, hey, like I just got this certification. I'm so proud of myself. And where I went to high school, it was a lot of people who were like, oh my god, are you coming down here for Thanksgiving? Like you should come and do my lashes. So I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready to take people yet. Like I just learned, and I was like, you know what, forget it. So I was already going down there for Thanksgiving, and I just booked appointments. Like, and I literally was so full. Like, people was still trying to get in my schedule, and it was just like overflow. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna just have to come back. Y'all, I did 28 people. Like, when I got there on, I think it was like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I did 14 people each day, and I made $2,500. And I'm sitting there, I'm counting that money. I'm like, this more money than what they paid me in 2 weeks. I mean, my checks were good from the property management job, but that was like double. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always love double. So I'm just like, oh yeah, like, okay, I'm gonna have to create a plan. So entrepreneurship requires dedication and sacrifice, and that's just what it is. And I can tell y'all, I have sacrificed and given up everything for my business. I mean, my livelihood, my sanity, like anything, my being. Like, I don't even, outside of my business, I don't even know what or who I am. Like, and that's just me being completely honest. If you were to take my businesses away from me, I would literally be lost in this world, because I've dedicated so much time and energy into the business. I don't even know who I am outside of the business. Like, I am the business. So with that being said, after I made that money, I was like, okay, like, all these, like, I got this little buzz right now, like, I need to ride this wave. So what I did was, every single weekend, I had to drive 10 hours to where I went to high school. So from here to Indiana, I drove 10 hours there every single weekend for 4 months. 4 months, every single weekend, 10 hours. I was driving 40 hours a month. Really, I was driving 80 hours a month. 80. I was driving 80 hours a month for 4 months. Okay? Y'all do the math. 320 hours. So, this is what I did. Every Thursday night, I would pack my travel bag for Friday, because when I got off work at 5, I was on the road. Okay? So I would get there Saturday morning, and my first appointment would be at 10 o'clock. I wouldn't usually get there till like 7 or 8 in the morning. And literally 3 hours of sleep, and I was on the go. Booked. When I say booked, full day, 3 hours of sleep, okay? I took my last person at 7, and then I would go to sleep from probably like 9, 10, because I was there with my sisters, and you know, we was getting lit too, and they was excited to see me because I did live in Atlanta, so I wasn't seeing them as much. But you know, I'll go to sleep, and then I'll wake up back at it again Sunday, like I said, 10 o'clock, and then my last person on Sundays was at 6, because when I got done at 6 o'clock, I still had to clean up my sister's house, and then I had to you know, take a shower and put on my work clothes, because when I left there, I was driving straight to work. So I didn't even get to see my house or nothing. Mind you, I didn't tell you this, I lived in an $1,800 condo, okay? $1,800 a month. That's it. So, you know what I'm saying? The extra money was cool, because the rent was like heavy. Like, the rent was heavy. That was like a $20,000. That was like a $20,000 lease. So that's the kind of dedication and sacrifice I'm talking about. I mean, I'm driving 10 hours straight, no stopping, unless I'm getting gas or going to the bathroom. Sometimes I'm not even going to the bathroom, okay? I have a strong bladder from that. But once I started making all that money, and mind you, this was a consistent $2,500 every week. So if you do the math, you can kind of see like where I was mentally as far as why I wanted to leave the job. Do I feel like it was a mistake or that I jumped too early? No, I don't. I just feel like I should have listened to myself more. There was a lot of other people in my ear, and when things got to get real shaky and things like that, I was just like, I don't know. And everybody's like, you don't even get to be at that house, it's so nice, and you're not even there. And I'm just like, I just had a lot going on. So do I feel like I stepped too early? Not really. But should I have stayed? Probably. Anyway, so like I said, having a reason to be grateful for the job is really going to help you. And also, I spoke on this in a different Bossmas Bootcamp series. You have to have that fantasy in your mind of you just being successful. Like, all right, let's do exercise. Hold on, let me take a sip. Take a sip. I don't want to get copyrighted. We're gonna do exercise together. We're gonna sit and we're gonna imagine ourselves at whatever success point we want to reach. So give me a second so I can get my image. So I see myself making $1 million, and I see myself having a big party, a gold party. I see myself doing a documentary on everything I've been through to get to that point. I see happiness throughout my family. I feel freedom from a generational curse. And I see better days. So, I mean, that fantasy, that illusion in your mind, it has to feel so real. Like, if your illusion or that fantasy in your mind does not feel real, you need to reevaluate what you're doing this for. If you're doing it for materials, if you're doing it to shit on other people, you need to reevaluate, because one thing I did learn is that God sees motives, and if your motives are to just feel superior, it ain't gonna happen. Like I said before, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I'm so glad I didn't make the money that I made this year, because I would have been broke so fast, because my motives and my incentives for doing things was just not where it should have been. I felt like I had a point to prove. I felt like I was the underdog, and you know, everybody just underestimated me and things like that. And I just wanted to, you know, shut people up who had so much to say about me in high school, college, before high school. Like, I just felt like those are the people, like, you gonna see me and I'm gonna make sure you see me. And now it's more so of a thing like, I would rather fulfill my purpose on this earth with what God has me to do, because regardless of the fact, if I'm doing me and I'm focusing on me and my work and what I'm here to do, he's going to make sure everybody sees it. He's going to build a table in the presence of all of my enemies. And that's just that on that. I just got to sit back, you know what I'm saying? I just got to sit back and let him do him. Like, it's not my place to flaunt or boast about what I've been blessed with. Another thing about working is that I was actually more disciplined at work. And I hate to say it, but a job makes you get up on time. It makes you, it makes you be nice when you don't want to be nice, okay? You know what I'm saying? It teaches you a lot of things. It teaches you people skills. It teaches you how to work with people. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of everything around you in that job. You know, if you can learn more things about like payroll or customer service, the phone lines, how it actually works. All of those things I learned when I was working contributed to my business now, how I run and operate things. And it helped me. Like, everything I've learned has helped me. Even my mom said, when we were packaging one day and I just had stuff everywhere, and she was like, I feel like all the warehouse jobs that I had prepared me for this, because we had kind of like an assembly line going. And she was like, I feel like all of the jobs that I had have prepared me for this moment. Like, God knew that I was going to need these skills. Wherever you're at, God is literally training and positioning you to get exactly where you want to be. Now, you may not like it. Everything that you go through do not feel good. So it's okay to take a moment like, I want to quit. I want to quit. But you also have to realize you need to do what you need to do. That dream is only going to become a reality if you put in the work, okay? It's just as simple as that. You have to put in the work. You have to stay motivated at that job until it's able to cover everything. Like, when I say everything, I mean food, all your bills, your food, your car, like your kids, whatever it has to be able to cover everything. When you become an entrepreneur, you're dependent on people going to work and making money and wanting to spend it with you. So having your livelihood based off of someone else's check is scary. no, I've made 200K and it is still scary, because once you get all this money, you create this newer lifestyle, which I don't suggest you create a newer lifestyle. But you know, a lot of us do. We create a newer lifestyle. We want more luxury things. We want to live better than what we did before. So now you have to maintain that. Until your business is able to maintain your lifestyle, stay at the job. It is going to be okay. You are going to get out of there. Like, trust me, I was there. There was only one person when I quit my job the first time who was like, you are so blessed and anointed. She was like, you're never going to need no job ever again. And I actually just recently seen her, and it was this, bro, when I say it was the scariest, creepiest thing ever, because I had been trying to get in contact with her, because my last day of work at that old job, she had brought me flowers, she brought me a card, and she gave me like a really, really big hug. She was like, I'm so happy for you, congratulations. And she just made me feel really, really good about my decision, when everybody else was like, oh my gosh, she has no work stability, like she's never been at a job for longer than a year. And it's like, that is true, but I'm just like I don't know, when I set my mind to something, it's just like, I'll do whatever, whenever, however, you know what I'm saying? But I had recently seen her when I was shipping a whole bunch of packages, and I like looked out the window and I seen her standing there, and I'm like, shut up, that cannot be. And I walked out there and I talked to her. She didn't even recognize me, and she was like, this was nothing but God. She was like, I needed to see you, I needed to talk to you. I'm so glad that we reconnected, and hopefully I can get to set up like a dinner or something with her sometime soon, because that was just like actually recently when I seen her. And it's just crazy how the world works, or how God works, and you just have to trust the process. Like, you can't rush it, you can't shortcut it, because baby, I've tried to do it all. I've tried to shortcut, I've tried to jump over, skip over, fly, or it's not. You have to go through it, all of it. There is not one thing that you can miss, because if you skip something, and it's like a time lapse, and this is from me watching this magician show where I'm using this comparison, but it is like a time lapse, because if you cut through something, there's something in the past that you missed, so it's going to come into your present and it's going to fuck it up. Okay, if there's a lesson you did not learn because you tried to skip or shortcut, it's going to come back when you're most, like, when you're feeling like most successful, like, oh my god, this is working, and then it come crashing down. Okay, so I don't want y'all to go through that. I've been through that. It doesn't feel good. The higher you go, the harder you fall, and picking yourself up from scratch is not what you want to do. Appreciate where you're at in your journey. That job that you have is a part of your journey. It's going to teach you something. Figure out what you're supposed to be learning, okay? Because until you do, and until you understand, you're not going to move on. You're not. And it doesn't even have to be the job, so to speak. It could be anything in your life. Like, you need to be analyzing every single piece of your life to figure out what you need to do, or what you need to sacrifice, or what you need to enhance in, or what you need to do better in to get this thing on the road. Okay, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to understand what I'm telling y'all, but I really wish there was someone out there telling about their actual experience, the hard times, because this is hard. Bro, when I say there's so much stuff that you know what, I just thank God I don't look like what I've been through, because this is not easy. I wish somebody would come on here and tell the real and raw, like, this ain't easy. And the reason people don't meet success is because this process will bend you, but if you let it break you, it's over. It's over, literally. This comes with a lot of hard times, problems, crying, depression, anxiety, loneliness. It comes with a lot. So me telling you this and me being in this position, if you can't conquer those things, it's not for you. I'm sorry, it's not going to be for you. I don't even know, and this is me being completely honest, if I were to give up on my business and everything, I would not go through this process again. I wouldn't go through it again. It like, when I say scary and oh my god, it makes me want to smoke. Like, it makes me want to smoke the things that I've been through that I can never even speak on, because that's for me to know. Like, that's for me and God to know. We know what I've been through and why I deserve the things that I've received. Like, I honestly would not do this again. This process, this journey, this quest, per the magicians, what I've been, I would not do it again. I wouldn't. So if you're watching this video, there's a reason why God sent this video to you. I hope and I pray that this helps you, and I pray that this video continues to motivate you. Watch this video whenever you can. Stay motivated, stay focused. Do not let the obstacles of this journey overcome the reward, because the reward is so much more promising. So that's gonna be in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your feedback below, and I will see you guys in day